Wetin concern church concern our budget. Wetin concern Nigeria with church and mosque budget.
A fresh budget controversy is generating debate across Nigeria after Public Accountability Organization, Trachea, a unit of budget, revealed that the federal government has allocated a staggering 8.05 billion naira in the 2026 budget for construction, renovation, and equipping of churches and mosques. Well, according to the breakdown, 1.91 billion naira was allocated to 7 church-related projects, while 6.14 billion naira was earmarked for 52 mosque-related projects, with the funds embedded across ministries and agencies traditionally detached from religious affairs. Well, among the most eyebrow-raising line item, 1 billion naira was allocated for the provision of musical and cultural equipment to churches in Bende local government area of Abia State under the Ministry of Labor. Can you imagine that?
I don't wait for this country. In the year say 2026 budget, the federal government budgeted about 8 point something billion naira for the renovation of church and mosque. For the renovation of church and mosque, 8 point something billion naira. No wonder. No wonder church full everywhere. If you come for one-story building, where be maybe now 5 shops, 4 na churches there. No wonder. Renovation of churches and mosques for the country where we dey for Nigeria. Meanwhile, hunger they buy people. Meanwhile, then they give loan to students. They talk in a loan. Then they loan students money to go to school. But then the budget 8 point something billion naira for the renovation of churches. She one reverend father don't talk and say, if Nigerian government should work properly the way they supposed work, half of the things where people they go church, go pray for is solved. If not 90%, is solved already. You the budget 8 point something billion naira for the renovation of churches and mosques. Anyway, you know, one pastor don't first talk and talk say Nigerian problem is spiritual. maybe God no green for inside the church where they now. Or inside the mosque. Maybe God no fancy him again. Now why our spiritual problem they increase? Guy, you know get nothing where we no go see for this country. 8 point something billion naira for church. No wonder in 2023 election, before that election, the kind prophecy we will hear both from church, from pastors, and from imam. Prophecy up and down. Everyone just they give prophecy. Boy, I don't know say that thing that prophecy not beating. Then the one bid for 2026 budget. Make it day inside. For this country, 2026 budget, national budget. 9 church the day inside. What it concern? I don't understand. Church now federal. You can imagine the level where would they go. You can imagine the low where will they go. Prophecy everywhere. They don't start now. Another prophecy don't start now. They don't they prophesy everywhere. Person will go win. Person will no go win. What thing go happen for the 2027 election? What thing no go happen? One of the bid for renovation of churches. Now you come here say church they fight because of national budget. See the level where we don't dey. This is not failing government, not failing nation. No, not like this nation till they fail. The other day, one small boy, not be one small boy, Nigerian boys and girls go abroad. For mathematics, they carry first. For science, they carry first. We don't even celebrate them. The government don't even talk, say, may they call these people, call them, okay, these people will do this thing for the nation. No recognition. Now to put budget for church. put church for your budget. What you go do now? Make una just try as much as possible. Publish the names of the church and names of the mosque, so that I'm not going to give offering. So we go not say federal government has already settled the whole thing. For the church, if you hear church projects, you go hold them. After all, they collect budget. Then you go begin the whole those people wait there for the church accountable, because they don't talk public officers, public servants. They go begin they ask them questions. They not go take them again as people spiritual, because if you come they enter federal government, even Jesus Christ pay tax. Jesus Christ pay tax. Now the church they there for national budget. And no go now come caution them. If this thing self now say the national, say the federal government, they take over the schools where churches build. Say they take over to renovate them for the churches. Yeah, it go sound more well. Which I'm saying they won't renovate church. Then they renovate spiritual. Then they renovate spiritual spirit. Eh? It just be like say you download Bible. All of a sudden they tell you say make you upgrade the Bible. What you upgrade that for? You want to say Adam no go free chop the fruit again. If the upgraded version, Adam no go chop fruit. With the day national budget, things they go south. The priorities where we supposed to focus on, we know they focus on them. Tomorrow we go they find thing they do us. Now this small thing. National budget, church, they and the money plenty. It's now not to just go open church. Not true. Not to just open church. This is not turn business. Church don't turn pure business. Una wait for me. I they go Bible school.
A fresh budget controversy is generating debate across Nigeria after public accountability organization Trachea, a unit of budget, revealed that the federal government has allocated a staggering 8.05 billion naira in the 2026 budget for construction, renovation, and equipping of churches and mosques. Well, according to the breakdown, 1.91 billion naira was allocated to 7 church-related projects, while 6.14 billion naira was earmarked for 52 mosque-related projects, with the funds embedded across ministries and agencies traditionally detached from religious affairs. While among the most eyebrow-raising line item, 1 billion naira was allocated for the provision of musical and cultural equipment to churches in Bende local government area of Abia State under the Ministry of Labor. Can you imagine that? And 210 million naira was allocated to the Institute of Agricultural Research in Zaria. Ayo, this is an agricultural agency for a construction of a mosque. Agricultural agency. I mean, this is the kind of stories that we are seeing right now.
It's oversight.
It's called oversight. No, this is completely unacceptable.
Thank you for mentioning the word oversight, because this has come under question in very recent times. The fact that the people who are responsible for oversight functions have failed terribly in the discharge of their duties, and by so doing have failed Nigerians, because in an era where we're looking at a cash crunch, revenue crunch, looking for how we can meet certain obligations, we're unable to fund projects. Rufai, earlier on, you talked about how the conversation is even about the 2025 budget, and that is even a percentage of that. We have not yet even begun to talk about the 2026 budget. A country that is battling with number of out-of-school children, the largest in the world. A country that cannot boast of a competent primary health center or primary health centers across the country. A country that has at least approximately 133 people in multidimensional poverty. A country where people are hungry, people do not, there's a conversation around the minimum wage, and we are inserting frivolities. I'll use the word frivolities in ministries that do not have any business with this agenda. And so the first question is that when there was a budget defense, how did this pass over or was not scrutinized by the Senate Committee on Budget? Why was this allowed to fly, that the constitutional provisions that some of these agencies come under, it wasn't flagged? That's number one. Number two is that, OG, a lot of these things, I dare say, are for fraudulent activities. They are not even to build the churches or the mosques. They are there and inserted there because, in Nigeria, you mention religious goodwill. People keep quiet because we can be quite religious. A lot of these projects, these 8 billion, they will not see the light of day with these church and mosque projects. It will just go whoop like that and nobody will ask questions. So what we are saying is that when we're talking about fiscal discipline, where we are asking that more money should be channeled to resources, where we are talking about the underlying causes of insecurity and terrorism in the Northeast, and the lack of infrastructure, this is what we see. And that is why I said, and I started off by saying that the body or the institution responsible for oversight function should be brought on that question as to why there's not the budget office, number one, how this was outlined in the budget of 2026. Then the oversight functions of the Senate failed in their duty to actually protect the interests of Nigerians whom they are supposed to represent. And this cannot continue. If we look at, Adesoa, one of our anchors, Adesoa Omosage, has done a lot of work in this area, even dissected, I have dissected some of the items in the budget. And it is quite sad to see this happening. Please, Nigeria is a secular state. I'm a Christian, and I'm very proud of that. And there are many people who are free based on the Constitution to for freedom of religion, but there are certain things that should not be our priority at this time. And part of that, I dare say, is funding of building churches, funding of building mosques. It does not in any way help in terms of our priority for what is important. We need to stop this. Can we even begin the conversation of even funding pilgrimage endeavors? We've talked about this at length, and this corruption must stop. It is corruption clear and simple.
Stop. I was saying you want to say something, but I'll just quickly read up on what has been going. Like I said, that they had the budget for an agricultural agency for the construction of a mosque. I mean, these revelations come as Nigerians on social media are pointing out that the country's public libraries have virtually vanished. The Northern Christian Association has also waded in with Reverend Joseph John Hyap questioning the wide disparity between church and mosque allocation, saying that while government support for religious projects is not inherently wrong, the allocation pattern raises serious questions about fairness, equity, and constitutional principles of equal treatment. That's what you talked about. Dr. Abati, Rufai hasn't spoken, so let's just quickly have him speak on this.
You see, these days I now laugh at the country. There is no way these lawmakers would tell me that they didn't know about this padding in this budget. Everything from these lawmakers have been fraud. Tax law, fraud. Budgets, fraud. Everything, fraud. They know. Oji, the question you should ask yourself is, why is that church project went to Bende? Who is from Bende? That's the question you should ask, Oji.
Yeah.
Why is that the mosque project went to Zaria? Who is from Zaria? Mm-hmm. You think they don't know? You think it's today they've been padding these budgets? Everything fraud. Rubber stamp assembly fraud. But maybe when we asked one of them yesterday, he started campaigning for President Tinubu. You think they don't know? He said, I don't have details on it. All I just want to say is that President Tinubu has done very well. We know. But look at it, Oji. So it's a systemic pattern. Oji, the question we should ask is, the reporting is not even complete here, because what about the ones they hid that you will never see? Oji, Ministry of Livestock was seen building projects, church projects. Most of the parastatal were seen doing one constituency project or the other. Oji, till date, 8.8 trillion. If not because of our World Bank, we will not know that extra budgetary spending was made. 8.8, they've not given us line by line item today. They will put these things in the budgets. The sad part, Oji, is that they are not even funding it. If they were funding it, we would say that the budget is moving. Yesterday, that's why I was talking about the Taiwo Yedeli or something. The video that is there, how Mungunu was threatening Senator Mungunu that you are not been funding us. 2025, not funded. Yeah. So they put this thing, they line it out, they take it out of our budget. This is the discrepancy that has been going on. There are many they have hidden there that you don't know. That's why I say the budget, fraud. Yeah. Anything that goes through them, fraud. What's it called? The tax law today, we don't even know the one to believe. Till today, the Senate said, we will look into the matter and investigation about the one they released and the one. Has the Senate giving you a report today? Has the House giving you a report today? So people representing the people. Oji, next year we'll talk about this issue again. You remember when we're talking about budget padding? Since the time of Jubrin, we were talking about budget padding. How many years is that? That's close to 5-10 years. And they'll be padding it. They will pad it. They will pad it again next year. They are already padding the one for next year. Oji, you didn't even talk about the World Cup. World Cup. They add World Cup that we didn't go into the budgets. When I cry for this country, people say, well, I have a lot of tears in my eye. World Cup that we didn't go to the added to the budget. And then our friends Unwadeyemi.
Dr. Bat.
Okay, I was going to